Hi guys, Pudn here. Welcome back to another episode of my channel. And this one today we are jumping back in Gran Turismo 7. We are racing the Mercedes AMG GT3 2020 version. I'll just give you some information on the car. The Mercedes AMG GT3 2020 is a race car produced by Mercedes-Benz under its AMG brand. It first appeared in Gran Turismo 7, where it was added as part of the update 1.32. The car in-game is based on the presentation version unveiled in the 2019 at the Nürburgring. The Mercedes was based on the AMG sports car that was unveiled to the public in the Paris Motor Show at 2014. The FIA GT3 race car appeared on the international motorsport scene in 2016. This car is a natural aspirated 6.2 litre V8 at 614 brake horsepower, which is 528 pounds of foot torque, which is 715 newton meters with a 6-speed gearbox. Its front engine rear wheel drive 2,833 pounds, which is 1,285 kilograms. Okay. The track we are racing today is the Kyoto Driving Park at Yamagawa. I do apologise for pronunciations. The track is a fictional circuit that first appeared in Gran Turismo Sport. It is a 3-mile circuit set in the driving park of Kyoto, Japan. The track is notably for its numerous turns of varying radiuses. For each turn is marked at the corner entry of the track itself. The circuit itself is mostly high speed, but does contain moments of complexity such as the ascending 5 bends in the first sector. The track can be raced at dawn, morning, daytime, noon, afternoon, evening, sunset or dusk. I do apologise for that little error. Pretty much everything on the track. Total length is 4.912 kilometres, which is just over 3 miles in distance. Okay, let's get on with the race. The race today was the daily race this actually took part in a couple of days ago on the 9th of December. I did qualify, I think I was P6 on the grid. Yeah, that's correct. I did a 1:36.4. Bear in mind I'd actually had a 3-month gap from playing this game, so I was a little bit rusty, and this was my second race taking part in the online multiplayer lobbies. Now I've actually got an inclusion of a couple of replays for you. I've got the main replay, which is the normal one you get, and I've also added a chase cam from a player called Wild Child. He was actually racing the Ford GT race car. This car is a twin turbocharged 3.5 litre V6, 527 brake horsepower, 451 pounds of torque. It's a mid-engine rear-wheel drive with 2,646 pounds, which is equivalent to 1,200 kilograms. Okay, we'll get on with the race now. As you can see, I started P6 behind this guy called Ivan Bago. He ends up getting in contact with the guy on the right-hand side there. Pretty much the guy I was actually racing against, which I thought was quite aggressive in my part. But anyway, we'll get on with the race. So still in P5 now, going up this top section now, just trying to keep it as pretty much flat out, but within the first lap, as you would notice, the tyres are quite cool and not warm enough, so you're not getting a lot of grip. Did a lot of trail braking on this corner. I actually found out that it can actually carry a lot of corner speed, which is quite good. And I did actually have the driving line on some of the braking markers because I've never raced this track before, especially in this orientation. This was actually the standard orientation, but you can actually race it reversed as well. So as you can see, Ivan Drago's pushing it a bit hard there. He ends up crashing out. I've got another little replay here showing you that he runs a bit too much on the grass, loses a bit of traction, and then basically ends up hitting the wall. So pretty much his race is over, and maybe that's a good thing because he was quite aggressive in the beginning of the first couple of corners of the race. So when I actually get up into a nice cheeky 4 position now, just coming down to the beginning, to the end of lap 1. It is only a 5-lap race. There is actually no pit stops in this, so it was quite nice just to get into a nice little steady rhythm. And as I've also noticed, the guy in front in P3 called El Naro, racing the Mercedes, found him quite aggressive. As you can see on this, he starts tapping me 3 or 4 times in the back quarter of my vehicle. Don't know why, because I was well within me right, and as you know, I've got a load of little replays here the way he just keeps nudging me. It's not like I was being aggressive. I was within my right to make that move. There was a gap there. I ended up pulling up onto the left hand side now of the track to cover the inside line of turn 1, and as you will notice now, El Naro ends up running it a bit wide on the start of lap 2 on turn 1, and takes me from the outside, running a lot more corner speed, which is well within his right, of course. And as you notice now, you can see in the chase cam, you've got Wildchild now in the bottom right hand corner video. This is actually his view from chasing me, and the replay as normal in the left hand corner if you just want to have a quick look at both of those videos. I know it's a lot to take on board, but there's no reasons why you can't watch this video a couple of times just to get your overall thoughts on the presentation, which I'm hoping is going to be different than what's currently out there, to obviously give you a lot more context. This track is very free flowing, very exciting to race, and the conditions were perfect for the race. The car was completely stock. I don't know anything about tuning on Gran Turismo, so the only things you can play with, as you know, is just the tyres you can pick, but sometimes they are certainly strict depending on what the stewards' preferences are for the race. El Nuno is running quite hot, as you can see. He's got a little bit of understeer on the car there, oversteer, losing a bit of the rear end traction, but like you say, this I do apologise for that beep, that was my phone, not planned of course. So we're coming round to the end of lap 2, we're still in P4. I didn't expect to get anywhere close to the top end of this lobby, considering I've had 3 months out of the game, but like you say, I suppose it's just like riding a bike really, isn't it? And the bottom left hand corner now, I ended up changing the replay just to put more telemetry on the screen, just to hopefully help you. I mean, I know it is quite small, but it is hard to fit everything in the track in the video itself, just to show you everything. But anyway, hopefully that will make the presentation a bit more easier to watch, even though it is actually quite small on the screen. But you can also refer to the details on the main window. So we're coming around lap 3. We've only got a couple more laps to go. We are 0.6 down on El Naro. I did notice he actually was a lot quicker than me. His lap times were quicker as well. I'm sure he's had a lot more practice, but as you can see, we're up on the third split by a couple of hundredths. And the way I see it is that if you just keep the pressure on, you do find that people do make mistakes. I was feeling the pressure off Wildchild as well, so great race to you, sir. Fantastic racing, very clean. As you've just noticed, they're coming down to start the end of lap 3. I am running a little bit wide down some of the corners because I am actually feeling the pressure. But that's, you know, that's all part of racing, as you would know. I've got to be careful about taking those corners as well, because that one there on that inside line is quite aggressive, and you can notice the car jumping up and down, and you do lose a lot of traction. Not understanding why the stewards didn't give El Naro a penalty for hitting me a couple of times, but maybe he knows how to play the game more than I do in regards to what the stewards will give or will not give for penalties. Anyway, we're starting the lap 4 now. We've only got a couple more laps, and as you've noticed there, just on the beginning of the corner, you can see the couple of cars just ahead, and that's basically the podium. I was hoping to get a podium, but you know, all you can do in racing is just to be as best and as clinical as you can. Just keep it on the racing line and push as hard within your limit. El Naro was very good. I did notice Wildchild was running a pad by watching his replay and the way he was driving. So credit to you, sir. You were very, very quick, considering you were using a pad. So kudos to you, sir, for that one. And as you know, the fuel levels are coming down now. We're getting a lot more quicker. We're up 300s on the split. And if you've noticed, the top 3 cars now are starting to bunch together. So that was my opportunity to hopefully they would maybe start jostling for position. That would give me an opportunity to get up on the inside and maybe capitalise on one of their mistakes. Obviously I don't expect that to happen, but you never know in close proximity racing, especially Gran Turismo, that is, and I have to say this game is certainly 1,000 times better than Forza Motorsport. As you've already noticed in my previous videos, I do go on a lot about how unfinished that product is, but this game is just by far a superior fit for racing. Anyway, I've just got a couple of replays here. There's a guy called Shumi Bo. He ends up running the race leader wide. Not under the reasons why he actually did that. Maybe he had a bit of aggressive driving previously on a couple of the corners which you can't see, and maybe that's the reason why he pushed him. But I honestly think that the stewards should have given him a penalty for that. So that gave me the opportunity to run wide on this corner, and sorry to say he ends up running off and running into the gravel. I've just put a couple more replays on the screen to actually show you what happened. I've got the corner speed. I'm not trying to touch him, not trying to be malicious or anything. I did get a slight little contact there, but I had no way of avoiding him because I was on the track. Here's another view of it here. Coming round to the start of turn 1, I'm on the inside line, I'm just powering around the corner. There is a slight little contact just there. I don't know if that's a netcode issue or due to the game, but if you look at it in the slow-mo, there is actually no contact at all, but I'm not sure what the distance is between the cars for contact to actually show on this game. Anyway, it's something for maybe a future video to go into more detail with. So I'm up into P3 now. Wildchild's still chasing me. He's only 700s behind me, as you can see in the bottom right hand video. The last lap now, so it's all getting quite intense. I'm in a podium, and that's what I wanted to stay. To get a podium on my first race after 3 months away from this game would have been a fantastic achievement for me. All I've got to do now is keep it together and try not to go too wide. Don't forget, guys, if you do like my content, do please consider subscribing, because you know this will actually help the channel moving forward. We've actually just broken the 3,000 subscribers, so thank you to everyone on a personal note. We can only go from strength to strength from here, so hopefully more weekly driving videos for you. So we're coming down the corner now, and guess what hold? Justice serves itself for El Naro being a bit aggressive, and he ends up losing the rear and crashing out. Put a little couple more replays there to show this is actually his view. As you can see, the car's just basically lost complete traction with the track, and therefore he ends up spinning out. So unlucky to you, sir. But maybe that's justice served. So we're coming down to the last lap now, last couple of corners, up into P2, Wildchild's P3, and Shumaboa, which I thought should have got a penalty, never did, for running the leader wide, which I thought wasn't very nice. Anyway, that's racing for you. And to come back after 3 months out to get a second place was absolutely brilliant feeling for me. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. Really enjoyed it. I will be doing a lot more Gran Turismo videos in the coming weeks and months on my channel. I'm just trying to vary it for both of the racing games to give you a lot more to watch on the channel. And as I've said before, we have actually reached over 3,000 subscribers, so thank you again. So let me know what you think, guys. Do leave comments in the description below on what your thoughts and feelings are of the race. I have to say, very great car to drive. The track was fantastic, and also if you do want to see more videos, I will put a video up in the corner for you now. And do please, like I said before, consider hitting that thumbs up and notification bell for future updates. And I'll see you all on the track, guys. Thanks again, and bye for now.